Hi, it's Mr. Smith, and in this video I'll be giving you a video tour of MyLab Math. So let me do something real quick here. So when you're on our home page, you can come down to MyLab Math and click on that. It's one way to get in, or if you're on another screen, notice I clicked on Content. A lot of times it'll take you to this menu where you can click on the link here. So let's click on MyLab Math. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click on Browser Check. And it's going to make sure that you can run everything in the program. If not, you'll have to download some things. So we've done that. Now notice how I'm navigating. I'm going to click back here on MyLab Math. It doesn't do real well going back and forth after you go through these links, but we can work around that. So assignments is where we will spend most of our time, or that's where you're going to spend most of your time. And we'll come to that later, but let's go through some of the other links. So the grade book, I'm just going to mention, you can go in the grade book and you'll see your grades for individual assignments. But because of the way the settings are in MyLab Math, the overall grade is going to be incorrect. And so I'll give you updates after each test, and I'll put your grades in eCampus, and those are the ones you're going to want to pay close attention to. Those will be the most accurate, completely accurate. This is the link to the textbook. Normally you'll get into the textbook using the homework or a link in the homework. We'll show you that shortly. But you can come into the textbook here. It takes just a minute to download. And if you click here on the table of contents, you have access to everything that's in this textbook as if you had it right next to you. And so we're going to go, let's see where we want to go. We'll go into 1.1. So equations and solutions. So here's your video that you can watch on that topic. You can watch videos for these examples. So it's very interactive. If there's something you're reading and you need a little more help, you can click on the videos. Of course, you're going to be in the classroom, so hopefully you'll learn most of what you need to understand in the classroom, but these are also resources that are available. You can read, you can click on videos. It's very interactive. Just click on the arrow, it'll take you to the next page. So that is one of the resources that you have. Let's click out of there. And again, I got to go back into MyLab Math. And let's go to the multimedia library. So this is actually all the resources that come with our textbook. That's this one here. Let's go to chapter 1 and we'll do all sections. So these are all the things that come with this book. You've got all these video animations. These are all the links to the sections in the textbook for chapter 1. These are all the video, or I should say PowerPoint notes for each section. So that's another resource that's available to you. And then these are all the videos. So what you're going to find is I put my own videos in, I'll show you that in the homework in just a minute, but then you have all the stuff that comes with the book as well. So between what we do in class and all the things that are available outside of class, you'll have everything you need to be successful in the course. Let's go ahead and go back in. Integration support, you'll only need to go there if for some reason you have a problem in MyMathLab and you contact IT. They may ask you to go here to get some information. Purchase options, if you want a hard copy of the book, although it would be in a 3-ring binder and it'd be a paper copy, but I think it's about $70 if you're interested in that. Most students don't buy paper copy, but that is an option for you, but you do have to pay for it. And I think that's really all I need to talk about there. Let's go into assignments. All right, so the orientation, all that's helping you with is putting answers into my MyLab. Same thing with this link here. I find that most students are pretty savvy on the computer, but if you're not comfortable, I would have you look at those sections, but they are optional. This is a video introduction to the TI-84 calculator if you're not familiar with it or comfortable using it. It goes through all the basics. All right, so you can see there's a lecture folder for each homework. So let's go ahead and, let's see. I guess we can go back here. We'll just do a 1.1. So if you click on the lecture folder, you can see there's my videos. Those are like what I do in class. And then you have all the resources that come with the book. You have access to the book. And I don't see the PowerPoint. Let's see. It's interesting. It's not there. You'd have to go back into that multimedia library if you wanted the PowerPoint notes. I thought they would, normally they're there. Anyway, then these are all the videos. Like if you miss a class, if you're absent, you can watch these videos. It's just like what I do in class. Then try to go to the homework. If you click on the help buttons, these are some of the videos that will be part of that help. They're the same videos. So that's all there in case you need it, but hopefully most days you won't need it. You'll get your lesson in class. Whoops, I messed that up. We could just arrow back. Okay, so let's go into the homework now. So you can see this is the homework for section 1.1. It's due on September 1st. This is your score. You haven't done anything yet. This is telling you you're 25% off if you're late. Let's go ahead and go in here. There's several ways to move around. You can click on these arrows and they'll take you to the next question forward. You can click here and scroll down and click to wherever one you want to go. You also can click here. Notice here's another place you can print your homework. I'll show you the other one in a minute. Anyway, there's several ways to navigate. Let's pick a different problem. All right. So, yeah, this will be good. All right, so here, if I solve for x, we'll get 6. So let me move my face over here. Check answer, notice I got it right. Did a good job. It's going to move me on to the next section, or the next question. And let's see, this. So I'm going to go ahead and put the wrong answers in here. Let's go ahead and put in 1. Tells us what we're doing wrong, or what we need to do. I'm going to put in the wrong answer 3 times here. Now notice on this third try it says final check. Now on like a true-false question, you may only have 1 chance. But let's do our final check. Notice this is telling us that we got an incorrect answer. It tells us the wrong answer or what we put in and what the right answer is. Now you can actually click on the skill builder and it'll help you to go over the skills you need to be successful with this problem. I would say you probably don't need to do that most times, but that is an option for you. Hopefully you can go back and look at your notes or look at your work and figure out what you did wrong. We have plenty to do, so I'm saying don't click on the skill builder and do a whole bunch of stuff if you don't have to. Okay, so we missed the problem. Notice I can click on similar question and actually if you do it right, it'll change this red X to green. But let's say you're just working through your homework. You want to move on to the next problem. But then later on you come back. You still have that button for similar question. Let's go ahead and check answer, or let's see here, this will be -40, so we're going to get -5. So now notice that red X becomes a green check mark. So the point I want to make here is that if you're willing to put in the time, you can get 100% on every homework. And that can sure be helpful when we get to the end of the semester. You're getting all those 15 points for homework. Remember, each test was equivalent to 8%. So that's more than the value of 2 tests. If you can get all those points or most of those, that can really be helpful. So I do want to show you some other features here. Notice if you don't know how to do a problem, you can click on Help Me Solve This, and it'll take you step by step through this problem. Or let's say you really like this problem, you don't want to mess with it, you can click on View an Example, and then come back and do this problem. You'll see what I mean. Sometimes the computer, because everything's randomly generated, you'll get some really ugly numbers. So I sometimes tell students just miss it 3 times, you get a new problem. Maybe you'll get better numbers. But anyway, you can always view an example or help me solve this. You also have access to the textbook. Sometimes there'll be a video here. There isn't one for this problem. Again, you go in the textbook, it'll go to similar problems like these that you can look at. You can also click on, let's say it's the weekend and you're really struggling with the problem and really frustrated. You can send me an email. The nice thing is it'll tell me what the problem is, and then you can ask your question. So like in a long word problem or something like that, it's really simple to ask your question. And then I can give you a written response, or sometimes I'll give a video response, or I may even try to meet with you online if you want. So those are all options. Here's the other place you can go to print. If you have concerns about accessibility, I think there's some features you can turn on by clicking here. I think that's about all I have there. And in fact, that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you. Again, if there's anything that's not clear, let me know and I'll do whatever I can to make sure it is clear. That's going to be it, guys.